Good evening. My name is Alexander Hagan. I am the CEO of a small, medium-sized tech company in Silicon Valley. I've been a financial analyst, a financial journalist, and a research engineer in telecommunications and filed several patents. Tonight, I'm going to talk about the case for putting Hillary Rodham Clinton, Susan Rice, Barack Hussein Obama, Nicolas Sarkozy, David Cameron, and Anders Fogh Rasmussen, as well as their enablers, on trial for crimes against humanity in Libya. Now, when we imagine this trial, first let me say these trials should be conducted in absentia in Spain, Brazil, India, South Africa, China, Russia, and any other country with the fortitude to face the truth. Now, when we frame this trial, here is a question one would ask as a prosecutor. What would the law say about someone who was caught bombing multiple apartment buildings, knowing they were occupied? What would the law say if, in addition, the people who had bombed these apartment buildings had taken an oath to protect the people in these very same buildings, who had sworn to defend these very same people that were being bombed? What would the law say regarding these people, if it was discovered they stood to benefit from the bombing of these apartment buildings financially and materially? And what would the law say if it was discovered that they had encircled the remaining unbombed buildings with Dobermans while waiting for those who had not died from the bombings of the buildings to die of hunger or thirst or run out and be devoured by the Dobermans? And what would the law say if it was discovered that they had framed the people in these buildings for crimes that they were not guilty of, to ensure that if they politically organized or protested, they would immediately be arrested to help conceal their crimes further? Such is the case of our leaders in the city of Sirte in Libya. There are dozens of damning points about the naked invasion of a defenseless country by the largest military in the world. But the case of law regarding Sirte is simple as an open and shut case. This is what Susan Rice, Anders Fogh Rasmussen, Hillary Clinton, Nicolas Sarkozy, David Cameron, Barack Obama have done in essence. The indictment of the Western leaders who violated their oaths to protect civilians in Libya and instead killed them is an open and shut case. I included in the comments section of this video the undisputable images and documentation of the aerial bombardment by NATO forces of a populated city, heedless of their oath to protect civilians. When their day in court comes, they will not see the light of day again. These crimes rank with those of the National Socialists. If what had happened in Libya had happened here in the United States, there would be 2 to 3 million dead Americans, with hundreds of thousands imprisoned for having the wrong political views. In the case of Libya, by Islamic extremists that Rice, Clinton, Obama, Cameron, and Sarkozy arranged to have trained to overthrow a secular government. I ask our leaders, how can you sleep at night? Are you bereft of all morality? How can you lie so easily about your actions? And I want to address the victims of 9/11. And I want to address our ancestors who fought in the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, and the Second World War, and honor those who lived in these lands who we in our pride and ignorance wiped out. We must honor them by resisting the brutalizing of the weak by the strong, fighting against mass murder and terror visited upon innocents. What our leaders have done by far exceeds Osama bin Laden's criminality, which was enormous. Osama bin Laden arranged a murder of 3,000 people in cold blood. However, Obama, Clinton, Sarkozy, Cameron, and the rest are guilty of killing thousands of people they had sworn to protect. Osama bin Laden at least made it clear he was at war with us. He did not stand to make a profit in gold and oil on those who fell. Our leaders are killing the very people they swore to protect, and all of the time lying and covering up about it and praising themselves. This extends beyond anything any terrorist group I know of has done to murder the very people they had sworn to protect. When I see my country and other Western countries that have participated in this international barbarism, when I see our leadership, all I see is war criminals who have not yet been apprehended. I see sinister, loathsome war criminals, guilty of the worst sorts of crimes against humanity, people who I at one time loved and worked hard to get elected. They are like the walking dead because they are morally dead, ethically dead. As one great author said, "What you are screams so loudly at me, I cannot hear what you are saying."